Hey there, Dungeoneers! Welcome to a brand new video. Now, I know you guys have been waiting for a new video for a long time, and this one is going to be a grinding video, going back to our roots a little bit. And today, we are talking about one of the absolute best grinding spots for new players, the abandoned iron mine. Now, this place has been blowing up lately, especially with the event going on right now, which is this 50% increased drop rate across all servers. It's been going absolutely crazy. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to take the loot that I get and I'm going to minus 50% off of it. So once this event is over, you'll still kind of know what you're looking at here. But what we're going to do, guys, is I have set up a brand new character with very, very basic gear, okay? Very, very beginner-friendly gear that pretty much anyone can achieve, and you should really have at least this level of gear, at least, before you decide to grind for money. If your gear is a little bit less than this, like a tiny bit, it might still be okay depending on your class. If your gear is much lower than this, I highly recommend that you guys actually grind out the main storyline, the Black Spirit quest line, and get the weapon at the end. And that should bring you, just from completing that quest, you should get to around this gear level just from the money you make through daily rewards, quest rewards, and random monsters along the way. So let me show you the gear really quick first. This is what I figured would be a very good sort of beginner setup. It really doesn't cost that much. It's really not hard to get. Everything is available on the marketplace fairly often. And honestly, like I said, it may look like a lot if you're a very, very new player. But trust me, just play through the main quest line and you will get to this point in no time. Like barely even a week, you should be able to get to this point. Now, for the armor, guys, I decided to go with plus 10 Grunil. I feel like Grunil is just the perfect armor set for very, very new players. It gives you a little bit of AP, a little bit of max health. I only put it to plus 10. If you're playing a melee class and you find that you're getting hit a lot here and you're taking a lot of damage, either swap it out for the Heave set, which gives you health and stuff like that, or you know, maybe bump it up a little bit more in enhancement. But honestly, I feel like plus 10 is okay. And that's a really, really good starting area for new players. You should aim for plus 10 Grunil right off the bat. Like that should be like your main goal, I would personally say, because it's a nice little starting point. For the weapons, I just went plus 15 on all greens. I went the AP offhand. Double check and see what your class needs, guys. Some classes need more accuracy and some classes need more AP. I find for the Dark Knight, AP is totally fine, so I went with the AP offhand. I went with a plus 15 green. You really don't need the Blue Awakening weapon that early in the game, and if you're just starting off, just get the green, get it up to plus 15. It's really not difficult to get. I mean, like you said, it looks there, it costs 20 mil, but I think that pretty much costs more than the entire rest of the build combined. And there's loads of these on the marketplace all the time, and you really, really want the green for that extra all species damage, which will really, really help out your grinding. And then I went with a Rogar Kriegsmesser. If you can find an Elsh Kriegmesser, those are what I consider to be best in slot for pre-boss weapons. So keep your eye out for those. They're sort of rare to come across. They're not expensive, but they are hard to find on the marketplace. They don't show up too often. So keep your eye out for an Elsh. If not, go with a Rosar or go with a Barris. Barris seems to do a little bit more damage to monsters, but the Rosar has extra crystal slots. Now, I haven't put any crystals in because I'm trying to make this gear as baseline as possible. But definitely try and get some stuff in there. The Rosar, like I said, it gets extra crystal slots. The Elsh is really, really good if you can find it. But until then, I just went straight Rosar. And then for the accessories, I went all Barris accessories. Literally, all they do is give you AP, guys. And they really weren't much. This was 500k, this was 400k. These were 1.4 mil each, which actually is a little expensive for like Barris earrings. And then these are only 84k each. But honestly, guys, if you get to this gear point, you should be able to start grinding Abandoned Iron Mine and get yourself one of these, the Asula's Crimson Eye necklace. This drops here, and once you get this, you can pretty much head over towards Helms, start grinding Helms. As you get the earrings and the rings, your AP will keep on increasing, and then you can eventually go to Elric's and get the belt. Try and work towards that Asula set. I was actually going to use it for this test, but I figured out if you are such a new player that you cannot grind anything higher than Abandoned Iron Mine, you're not going to have the Asula set. So I figured I would swap out the Asula for some Barris accessories, something easy, something cheap, no problem whatsoever to grab, and, you know, put it on. This is what I consider to be like what the absolute baseline should be for you to start grinding. You might be able to get away with a little bit less if you're playing like a Mystic or a Witch or a Wizard, something like really good at grinding. DK is up there as well, but if you're playing something like a Ninja, Kunoichi, Warrior, you know, one of those classes that, don't get me wrong, it's still good in the long run, but early on sort of struggles a little bit, I might recommend you get a little bit better gear before you start truly trying to grind. But you can get better gear just through the quest line alone, like the Black Abyssal Weapon, the Dim Magical Armor. Like, you will get better gear than this just by doing the quest line. So try and do the quest. If you're struggling with a bit, try and get a friend to help you, or even just ask in server chat. Server chat seems to help a lot. Now what I'm going to do for this test, guys, is I am going to be doing an Iron Mine rotation. Right around here, let me actually just dump these out of my inventory. I was doing a little test grinding earlier where I actually got that Asula drop and the Forbidden Book drop, the two of these here. Now, I'm not going to count those in the final total. I just kind of got them while I was testing, but I don't really want to dump them because, I mean, hey, that's 4 mil for this account, so I'm going to leave that there. I got some health potions and some organic feed. Now, as for skills, guys, I'm level 56, as you can tell. I have my baseline awakening skills, nothing fancy in here. And then in my pre-awakening tree, I've unlocked the passives, infinite mastery for some health, and then the only other thing I really leveled up was a little bit of Wheel of Fortune. I never use it, but it can come in handy occasionally. And then I have a couple pets, guys. If you really want to dedicate yourself to grinding for money, I highly recommend you get some pets. You can get them through the marketplace or just buy them. But if you really don't want to get pets, maybe grinding for money isn't necessarily your best option. You might try doing elite hunting or life skilling, or, you know, something along those lines to make money rather than grinding. If you're going to grind for money, it's sort of one of the downfalls of BDO. You're going to have to get some pets. But what I'm going to do here, guys, is I am on this very first level here of the abandoned iron mine. It sort of has a couple rings, as you can see over there. It moves down through a couple different layers. I'm just going to stay on this very first layer here and just run in a circle. I'm going to grind it for maybe a couple hours, and then I'm not really like doing, you know, anything too, whatever there would be. I'm not trying to do anything too complicated here. I'm going to do it very simply. I'm going to run around and just grind for a couple hours, and then I'm going to update you guys with the progress on what we got and see just how good it is, because I've heard that if you're investing loads of points in the node, you got item increase scrolls, you got all sorts of good stuff going on, you can make bank at the abandoned iron mine. So I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to run through it. We're going to grind for a couple hours, and I will see you guys in a few minutes, and we will see what kind of great things we got. So I will see you then. All right, everybody. So here we are in the wonderful town of Tarif. Tarif is not too far from the iron mine. It's right around here, and the iron mine is just sort of straight down. It's just a single road all the way there. And we're going to be using the Tarif storage to drop off all the stuff that we've done so far. So our first load here, we're going to see how much we can kind of make. We'll drop those books in there. We can't get rid of these crystals yet, but we're just going to build them right up and not worry about that too much. And I'm kind of curious to see how much we've made so far. We haven't gotten any really enhanced drops yet, except for that single callus crossbow we got. But I mean, a +1 is really not worth any more than an unenhanced one, because for the most part, you're not really going to gain anything until you're past +7 anyway. We did get a Cobelinus crystal drop, which is 2.7 mil, which is very nice. Very happy about that. And we'll drop all that stuff in there. And currently so far, we're already sitting at 12 mil in drops, which is absolutely crazy. A lot of these callus weapons that we're getting dropped here, they're all worth 240,000 a piece. So those are building up pretty quick. These are building up pretty quick. And then of course the Cobelinus and these drops here. I mean, if we take these out alone, these trash loots, they're a mil on their own. So we're doing pretty well so far, and we're gonna head on back and do a little bit more. All right, guys, now welcome back. We managed to do another run of the mine, and we got a whole bunch more here. I actually have an inventory spot left. I didn't notice that. But we got a few new juicy things on this run. We got another Cobelinus, magic crystal, got another forbidden book. We got a really nice +6 callus blade. Hopefully that's going to sell. And we got a +8 Zareth helmet, some Agirian shoes, and an Agirian helmet, as well as some black stones, and another Asula's Crimson Eye necklace, and a Riddell earring, which I don't know why your character animates when you pick this up. It's really not good. It is not a good item. So that's always great. So we're going to go on into the storage here and drop some more stuff off. So total, we have quite a bit more of these broken shackles And I'm just gonna sort of trim the fat a little bit. I don't want to put every single thing that we've gotten in the storage because some of the stuff is really not worth it and we only have limited storage space. Tariff is not necessarily the best place for you to be dropping everything you have. It's kind of a weird place, but we'll definitely drop in all of these. What are they called? All these callus weapons, because they're all 240 each. So they're definitely worth it to drop in. That steel dagger will definitely sell. And that one there. So that's pretty much that right there. That should be everything. And yeah, so we've already made 29 million, as you can see by the marketplace value down there. And I'll be honest with you guys, I literally only just started grinding about an hour and a half ago. I just realized my storage finished unlocking, so let's just drop this in here and see the actual complete value of what we have managed to make here. And one last piece, 240. So drop that in. So we made 30 million in about an hour and a half here, and you know, I think that's really, really good for being really bad gear. Like, this is really not that great of gear. And I made these in about 10 minutes before I started. So I think that's a really, really good start. I think that the Abandoned Iron Mine is actually a pretty good area for new players. Now I'm going to open some of these here. I've never seen anything good come out of them. So I'm sort of like weary if anything good can actually drop out of them. So I'm just going to open all of them at the end of the video here. It doesn't look like we're really getting anything. These are 52k each. These are mainly 49k each. I don't know if any orange gems can drop out of them. I'm probably going to end up grinding most of them, I'll be honest with you, because they're really not like worth that much. They're not really worth the effort of taking them all the way over to whatever it's called, all the way over to like a marketplace town and, you know, doing stuff with them. So, you know, let's just throw out a couple of these. We need 4 more spaces. Like I said, I don't think any of them are actually useful. All right, yeah, there's nothing in here. There was no oranges or anything in here. We opened about 40 of them. But yeah, guys, so we're going to grind this up, actually, with your processing tab here. You can actually go to grind. And if you hit process all identical items, you can actually grind these. And these do grind into a dust, which is actually sellable. I don't know how many people buy it necessarily, but I know that it does definitely sell. I think it might be worth like a couple K a piece. I'm just waiting for it to actually process here. Wasting time. So we got some blackstone powder out of it. These are 3,300 each, and we got 19 of them from that one piece. So we're just gonna keep grinding these, and we're gonna see how much we end up with at the end. I think it's definitely more worth it. I mean, they're 3,300 each, but we got 15 a piece. It's around the same, but I think it'll definitely sell better. Because I really don't think that these melee defense or, you know, HP recovery +1 on attack, I don't think these really sell, I'll be honest with you, but we'll see how much the blackstone makes, or the blackstone powder makes at the very, very end here. All right, guys, so I'm just going to finish grinding these up here, but as you can see, we have currently 593 black powder, which is really interesting because 593 black powder times 3,300 apiece. That's a lot more than I thought it was going to be. That is 1.9 mil, and I haven't even finished grinding them up yet. So that's another 2 mil into the bank right here. Let's take out these little rocks and replace them with that. So overall, the total value, I think that would go up if I finished grinding these to about 33 mil. So you made 33 mil in about an hour and a half with really, really not that great of gear. Pretty much anybody is able to obtain this just by completing the story mode, or by the main quest line, story mode, whatever you want to call it. You can pretty much accomplish this gear or better really, really easily. So I think this is probably one of the best grind spots for new players. It is fairly populated. If you're on Olvia, you won't run into people as much, but there are quite a few people here because it isn't, you know, unheard of for people to be grinding the Abandoned Iron Mine because of how good it actually is. These I definitely recommend you grind down. I'm not sure how much they're worth on their own, but just turning them into a stackable material that's worth quite a bit of change anyway. I definitely recommend you grind them down. If you do get a rare one, let me know in the comment section below. It doesn't seem to me like I have anything like that, but hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget, check out my Twitch channel down in the description there. I'm going to be starting to do live streams a lot more often, just grinding streams, maybe some PvP against viewers, but I'm really bad at it. But we're definitely going to be doing some more live streams. And if you really enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button down below. Keep you posted on new videos coming out, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Luke for the Dungeoneers channel. I enjoy Black Desert Online, and if you're a new player, enjoy the Abandoned Iron Mine. Peace out, guys.